Dr. Anthony Fauci back in the hot seat today as he was grilled by lawmakers about the origins of COVID.
All right, they're looking into whether U.S.-funded research in China may have played a role in how the pandemic started, something that Democrats say is just a GOP smear campaign.
Fox 5 Sharon Crowley joining us now with a closer look at the allegations and what happened today. Sharon.
Yeah, Teresa and Steve, Dr. Fauci retired now, but returned to Capitol Hill to answer more questions from Republicans who are demanding answers about the origins of COVID-19, the pandemic, and the U.S.'s responses to it. Now, Fauci pushed back against what he says are false allegations about him and his handling of the pandemic under two presidents.
There have been credible death threats leading to the arrests of two individuals, and credible death threats mean someone who clearly was on their way to kill me.
Top U.S. infectious disease specialist Dr. Anthony Fauci back on Capitol Hill for the first time since he retired, telling lawmakers he and his family still get death threats.
It is very troublesome to me. It is much more troublesome because they've involved my wife and my three daughters.
Republican lawmakers grilling the former chief medical advisor to both Presidents Trump and Biden about the origins of COVID-19 and the U.S. pandemic response. Researchers are still divided about how the pandemic started, whether it was due to a leak from a lab or if the COVID-19 outbreak was transmitted to humans from animals at a wet market in Wuhan, China. Dr. Fauci has long said publicly that he was open to both theories. The Republican-led subcommittee has spent more than a year probing the nation's response to the pandemic and whether U.S.-funded research in China may have played any role in how it started.
Did the COVID vaccine stop transmission of the virus?
That is a complicated issue.
Lawmakers also questioned whether there was evidence that social distancing worked to stop the spread of COVID.
Distancing made sense, but the 6 feet was arbitrary.
6 foot was chosen in order to create that measurement for social distancing that was easy for people to follow.
Democrats accusing Republicans of orchestrating a smear campaign against Fauci.
He did not fund research to create the COVID-19 pandemic. He did not lie to Congress about gain-of-function research in Wuhan, and he did not organize a lab leak suppression campaign to cover his tracks.
Well, later this year, the subcommittee will release a final report on how the U.S. handled the COVID crisis and recommendations on how to prevent the next pandemic, Teresa.
All right, Sharon, thank you.